So, what if I told you that the Bears played the Giants on Sunday and that the quarterbacks for the Giants, Daniel Jones and Tyrod Taylor, were both knocked out of the game at one point, and the Bears still lost that game 20-12? That actually did happen. Daniel Jones, the quarterback for the Giants, gets knocked out of the game because of an ankle injury. He eventually did return. But then Tyrod Taylor comes in. He tries to extend the ball, trying to get a first down, and he had to leave the game because of a head injury. So the Bears, even with two quarterbacks out for the Giants, still found a way to lose that ball game. It did happen. It was amazing. And the Bears are now 2-2. All the offense for the Bears was from some field goal kicker named Bagley, who just got to the team this week. All the offense came from field goal kicks. And so, looking at Justin Fields, the question was, would you see improvement in the offense? Well, you tell me. 10 for 21, good for 163 yards. I thought that Fields did a good job of utilizing his legs, running out of trouble to get a first down. Of course, that wasn't the case as much in the second half, but he did a good job, I thought, in the first half, and did a nice job of trying to connect to Darnell Mooney and to the tight end Cole Kmet. But it was 19 targets for the offense, but it just wasn't enough, though. The Bears had many opportunities to be able to get into the red zone and score, and they could not. How they scored was field goals because they could not punch it in for a touchdown. Look, all across this league, whether teams are good or bad, they have an opportunity to get in at least a couple times for a touchdown in this league. And somehow, some way, the Bears can't get in, and they can't score a touchdown. And I know people over here will say, well, because the Bears offensive coordinator and the team won't allow him to throw the football. And over here, people will watch the game and they'll say, hey, the whole thing is that Bears just don't have any weapons and feels they got no one to throw to. You know what? All of it's right. All of it's right. Or all of it's wrong. It doesn't matter to me. The point is that the Bears lost the game and that the offense has to be a hell of a lot better. You cannot win games just on field goals alone. Whatever you think the problem is with this offense is not good enough. All I know is that there was a time where Justin Fields was trying to get it to Pettis. Pettis puts the ball right through his hands. He drops the football. There's a couple of drops like that in the game on Sunday. And so whether you think it's a weapons issue, whether you think it's a talent issue, whether it's a Justin Fields issue, all I know is that I'm not seeing enough offense from the Chicago Bears. It just isn't good enough. So all the offense comes from field goal kicks. And then the defense was lost today. Did you watch the game in the first half? In the first half of the game, if Daniel Jones rolls to the right, the entire defense rolled to the right, and all the space is open on the left side. And then you saw a tight end, or you saw a running back, and you saw all this room to roam for the offense for the New York Giants. If it went to the left, if it went to the right, for whatever reason, there was a lack of discipline defensively from the linebackers and secondary not being able to do their jobs well enough to stop the Giants' offense from being able to flow wherever they wanted to on the field. And it wasn't like that for four quarters, but it certainly was like that for the first half. And the defense was lousy in that first half. But it was bad, but it was not so bad that the Bears couldn't win this ball game if they had just a little bit of offense. There were times where the Bears were right there on the doorstep in the red zone, and they just couldn't punch it in. All they had was field goals. You cannot win in this league that way. Oh, something else too. Velus Jones comes to the team for the first time, the rookie from Tennessee. The game is still in the balance, an opportunity for the Bears to maybe tie the game. Velus Jones is back there to try to catch a punt, and the ball goes right through his hands. That's a fumble, and the Giants recover, and the Giants win the ball game. So on all three phases, offense, defense, and special teams, you did not see the Bears be able to come through enough to be able to win this ball game. So as everyone looks at the offense and says what's up with Justin Fields and whether he's the guy or not, take a look at the defense too and the lack of discipline there. There was some good plays on Daniel Jones by the defense, but again, the few plays that we saw was not enough to be able to turn the tide of this game for the Chicago Bears. When you just score points with field goal kicks, when you see an offensive line doing as best as it can to try to hold up for Justin Fields, when you see the weapons, and again, you have Darnell Mooney and Kmet, but very few others that can really make a difference, this is a team issue. And for everything we heard about the discipline and how terrific the Bears looked in week one against the 49ers, this is not good enough. Now, there's always next week. The Bears are 2-2. But the point is, for me, is that offensively speaking, in this offensive league, if you're trying to get it done with field goals, you're going to lose a lot of ball games. And when you lose a lot of ball games, that means really no development for Justin Fields. Nothing like offense from 1971 every Sunday on my screen. You're going backwards instead of forwards as a team when you're doing this. Field goal kicks, running the football, not getting the ball in the air enough. They get what they deserve. They deserve to lose on Sunday.